Hi everyone, this is Daphne here with Math Mastery Magic, and today we'll be dividing. I will show you how you can divide exponents with the same base. That means if I have, for example, x to the a divided by x to the b, they have the same base x, and then they are raised to some power. The formula, the simple formula, which is what you should know for this, is x to the a. This becomes x to the a minus b. Yes, it's just that simple. So if I put numbers into x and into a, this shouldn't disturb you. So let's say simplify. Let's say simplify 9 to the 7 divided by 9 to the 3. This will simply become 9 to the 7. If I follow what I showed up here, this will simply become 9 to the 7 minus 3, which is 9 to the 4th. That is the answer. This is the answer. Another example. If I choose to say simplify x to the 10 divided by x to the x squared, this simply will become x to the 10 minus 2, which is x to the 8. Now, let me show you another form or another way you can see this problem. This problem can be written as, I'll use a different example. W to the 12 divided by W. This is just the same thing. W to the 12 divided by W to the 1. Which, if I follow that formula up here, I will have W to the 12 minus 1, which becomes to the 11. That will be the answer. I hope this is helpful. I hope this is helpful. You could also be asked to simplify a number that is negative. So let me give another example here. If I have negative 3 to the 9 divided by negative 3 squared. Know that this problem will not be the same if this wasn't negative. So this becomes negative 3 to the 9 minus 2, which becomes negative 3 to the 7. Another example. Let's simplify 7 to the 12 divided by 7 to the 9 divided by 7 to the 5. We can see that the base is the same. Remember, the main rule is that the base should be the same. So all we need to do is write the base 7 to the 12 and take away all, minus 9 minus 5. And this becomes, what is 12 minus 9? 12 minus 9 is 3. 3 minus 5 is minus 2. So 7 to the negative 2. And 7 to the negative 2, we still can write it in a better way. That will become 1 all over 7 squared, which is If you did not understand this, you can ask me a question and I'll show you how I got there. 1 on 49. Okay, I hope this is helpful. Okay, let me give us one problem that it might seem to be hard, but it's not really hard. Simplify the expression. Let me write the expression. Simplify the expression x squared y cubed x to the 4th y to the 6th x to the negative 9 y to the 8. So the goal, or what we need to know first in this problem, is that this problem, it has a multiplication sign between each of these letters. So we have to bring the letters or the variables that have the same base together. So we have to bring the x's together. We'll have x squared. I can write it as x squared x to the 4th x to the negative 9. Then y cubed y to the 6th and y to the 8. This problem becomes, if we follow what we have learned before, it becomes x to the 2 plus 4 minus 9 times y to the 3 plus 6 plus 8. Remember, we learned that so long as they have the same base, if we are multiplying, we should add the powers. So this becomes 2 plus 4 is 6 minus 9 is, I hope you can see that this is minus. Minus 9 is negative 3. So we have it as x to the negative 3. Then y to the 3 plus 6 plus 8. That is y to the 3 plus 6 is 9 plus 8 is 17. Y to the 17. So that is the solution to that problem. We have simplified it to this. And we could also have another problem that is asking us to simplify. I'm just giving a huge one, meaning that, let's see, w to the 10, x to the 6, y to the 3 divided by w squared, x to the 4th, y to the 7th. Again, we learned that if we are dividing, we should subtract the powers. So if this will make you feel comfortable, I can write this as, this is just prolonging the question, but I can write this as this divided by w squared, x to the 4th, y to the 7th. And the next step is going to be, I bring the ones with the same base together. I will have w to the 10 divided by w squared, means w to the 10 minus 2, times x to the 6 divided by x to the 4th is x to the 6 minus 4. Now y to the 3 divided by y to the 7 is y to the 3 minus 7. And so the next thing that will happen will be w to the 10 minus 2 will become w to the 8. because 10 minus 2 is 8. X to the 6 minus 4 is x squared. And y to the 3 minus 7 is y to the 3 minus 7 is negative 4. And we can simplify this problem again more because we have a minus here. I know that I didn't talk about this because that's not where we started. If I have any number, if I have any variable, let's say x to the minus a, this is the same as 1 all over x to the a. So if I use that here, this will become, or let me say, and let me do another example. If I have 2 to the minus 3, this becomes 1 all over 2 to the 3. If I use that here, I will have w to the 8 x squared times 1 all over y to the 4. So this problem will become w to the 8 x squared all over y to the 4. And that is the solution to that problem. I hope this is helpful. One more problem and we will come back later. Another problem we could have simplify. We could be asked to simplify an expression like x to the negative 3, y to the 5, all squared divided by 3x y to the negative 4. So we could be asked to simplify that. This problem could be worse. I could put another power here. But first, if we want to deal with the top first, we could say there is another thing that I didn't talk about. For example, if I say, if I have x squared cubed, this is the same as x squared times 3, which is x to the 6. I hope you are looking at that. So if I use that here, I will have x to the negative 3, x to the negative 3. Now this squared sign here have to also come times 2. Then y to the 5. The 2 also have to come times 2. All over, like I said, I could put a power here, a number here. That will make it more tedious. 3x y to the negative 4. This will become, if I FOIL the top, I will have x to the negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. Negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. And then y to the 5 times 2 is 10. Now divided by 3x y to the negative 4. So the next thing I can do is I can try to bring the like terms together, meaning I have to take the x and the y close. I can leave the 3 under there. And I will have, since this is the same as x to the negative 6, y to the 10, divided by, I have a tiny space here, 3x y to the negative 4. I could write this as x to the negative 6. Remember, when I'm dividing and they have the same base, I should subtract the powers. 3 is just alone. 3 is on its own. So I'm just going to consider from here. So x to the negative 6, I will subtract. This is the same as x to the 1 minus 1. 3 is still under there. Then y to the 10 and y to the negative 4. So I will have minus 4. This is negative 4. All over 3. 3 is still under there. This becomes x to the negative 6 minus 1 is negative 7. And then y to the 10 minus becomes positive. Y to the 10 plus 4 is 14 all over 3. Now, this is kind of the answer, but you can still simplify this because remember I told you if you have a number or a variable to the negative anything means you can write it as, remember I told you a to the negative 1 is the same as 1 all over a. So this is going to become y to the 14 all over 3x to the 7. And that is the solution. Thank you for watching. I hope this helped. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Okay. Sorry, I'm still here. I figured out I could do one more example. Let me do one more example. Let's simplify the expression 4x divided by 7 y to the 3 all to the negative 2. Now, remember, we said that anything to the negative means you flip it, you put 1 all over the entire thing. So what I could do is, first, I will make this become 1 all over 4x all over 7y cubed all squared. But if you know a little bit of your math, you will remember that if I have 1 all over a divided by b, it becomes b all over a. I hope that you remember that. So if I use that here, maybe this wouldn't have been necessary. If I used that here, this wouldn't have been necessary. This becomes, if I have 1 divided by 4, so this number will simply be, all of this will simply become 7y cubed all over 4x all squared. I'm not sure if that is understandable to you. I could make it, let me just show you clearly why that becomes that. So remember I said that is 1 divided by 4x divided by 7y all squared. Now let's say that we just forget about the squared, right? Or I can forget about the squared sign and then show you how it becomes 7y over x. That is simply 1 divided by 4x all over 7y. Let's remember, we could also write it as this. That is the same thing. And if I use my simple fraction skills, this becomes 1 times 7 over y all squared all over 4x squared. Remember when they used to say multiply and invade, that's what happened. So this becomes 7y squared all over 4x all squared. And I hope I didn't change the problem. Okay, yes, I did, because this was y cubed. Sorry, this was y cubed. This was y cubed. This was y cubed. So this problem is still the same. And I will have here 7 squared. I just have to distribute this to 7 squared y to the 3 times 2 all over 4 squared times x squared. This becomes 49 y to the 6, because 3 times 2 is 6, all over 8x squared. Not 8, 16, I'm sorry. 4 squared is 16. So that is the solution to that problem. Thank you for watching and have a blessed day. Bye-bye. Please like, share, and subscribe, and comment as well.